crafting beauty across the land. From pen kit small to projects grand, Turner's Warehouse making it stand. Amy by his side, the warehouse lady, reading comments, keeping it shady. Wednesday night, the show's live. Wood chips fly, watch them thrive. Risen flows, a vibrant hue. Turner's Warehouse, me and you.
Mic check, mic check. All right, bonus live. We are gonna finish this cap with a clip from yesterday's live stream. And rather than do a video, we're gonna do it live. So probably most of you will watch this not at the live time, and that's totally cool. But we wanted to get this done first thing before the day gets away from us. So we're gonna do it live just for the sake of getting it done. All right, so what I've got is this is the cap that I glued up from yesterday's live. It goes with this pen that you see here. So I've got the blue on the ends, the snowflakes in the middle. This one is a little shorter. This is going to be where my threads go in. This is going to be the finial end, and it's a little longer, so I can make a put a clip on this and use this for my stud to go in. So I'm going to actually do the threading and the drilling first. And load that into the collet. I'm going to center drill this. And I'm going to move fairly quickly today because this isn't like a normal live stream. This is more of a video. So we're going to move. But you can still ask questions if you are here because Amy's watching. Watching the chat, that is. So center drill. I can center drill a little more if I want. Pull that out. Now I'm going to drill to depth with a 12.2 for my M10 because a 12.2 matches the shaft of my mandrel just perfectly. And let me make sure I've got the... All right, there is the depth I want. Okay. Did I not connect? Is it on? Okay.
Mark in the chat. Team leader in the chat. Karen's in the chat.
I just wanted to make sure because on my end it says that my chat didn't connect, but I think that's more of a, not a thing, just a... Okay, so I can't see the chat, so if there are anything you want me to address, just let me know. Okay. All right, so let's see here.
Mark from Broken Branch.
Oh, what up, Mark? What's up, Mark?
Harold's in the chat. Yeah, you got 10 people.
Okay. Well, thanks, guys, but we're just kind of going to cruise through this to show everybody the cap with a clip, and then people can watch whenever they want. But thanks for hanging out, if you are here. Okay, so I'm going to measure this to be sure. Mr. Jim. 54. Oh, yeah, I'm a little short there. My markings.
You go live and the riffraff just show up.
Oh, the riffraff love a extra bonus live. Bonus live stream. All right. I need a marker. Where did I put it? There it is. All right. So I'm marking this depth. What I've been doing is drilling a 12.2, and then I'll drill the larger for my threads. And it just is a little firmer on the mandrel, which is nice. So, get that up, get that going. Did I do the right side? Yeah, this is the thinner side, I think. Yes. Okay. Make sure I'm not, well, I guess it's too late now anyway. I already got enough hole that it's too late. Well, probably should tighten up my collet here. Oh yeah, there we go.
Roman's in the chat.
Roman.
Said, hey, all this is different.
Yeah, so bonus live stream because we wanted to finish this cap up from yesterday. But the problem is, if I make a video, then I gotta like sit and edit it. And it just takes too much time. If we do it live style, you can watch the first one from yesterday and then you can watch this one and know exactly what's going on. And we're good to go. So, we are making the cap with the clip. And this is the first step, drilling it out.
Mark says, you sound like me. I start drilling, then I see if it's the right size after.
Yeah, right?
That's why
Look at
I
that.
put my chin on.
Oh yeah, do you want a mic? Here you go. Yeah, because you can chat with them while because I can't see them.
If you don't want to.
Well, it just makes it easier. You might have to turn it on. Might have to turn her on. All right, so that was a 12.2. Now I'm using a 3164 per the drill chart for the M13. I used to drill all the way through with this for the whole length of the cap, but lately we've found that if we drill the 12.2, it fits tighter on the mandrel, which is nice for when you're turning on the mandrel without a tail stock or tail live center. So I only need to go as far as my cap threads are here. I'll go a little extra. That's more than enough.
Hey, Roman, if you can hear me, your ornament that you posted, killer. Excited to see it in person.
Killer. Killer ornament. I'm just repeating because I know.
I don't think we've ever turned on a mic after the fact. So I was just waiting for the delay to see if my mic is working. It is.
Is it working?
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right, so I can now tap my cap. Tap my cap. Cap my tap.
Oh, Joan is in the chat.
Joan Busby?
Yep.
What's up, Joan?
Hey, Joan.
Here we go.
Yeah, Darren, I have like boxes and boxes piled in my office that aren't open yet.
All right, so there she is. Should fit. Oh, nice. Isn't it great, like, how ugly this stuff is while we're making it, and then by the end of it, it's, like, really cool looking. It's kind of a fun feature of turning. Fun feature. One thing I am going to do real quick, put this back in. I forgot to turn a little relief, which I prefer to do before I thread. However, we should be okay. And I like to have a little relief at the front of so it's not threaded all the way to the end.
Joan says she's headed to the shop to finish her ornament right now.
Oh, cool. That is good news.
And Jim, I think he must be having a war in his mind because he's like, I have stuff piled up to turn, but he could hear chainsaws and he just heard like a big tree go down in his neighborhood.
So he's like out there hunting trees now?
No, he's like, I have a big pile of turning stuff already. But then I'm like, Jim, do you know what kind of tree it is?
I mean, it's hard to turn down a tree when it goes down.
Right?
All right, let's do this. Let's do this, people. So I got my mandrel. I just put a little chamfer on the inside. I just think it fits better when you're... See, and that's like, I think I talked about this yesterday with the other one. This mandrel's a lot heavier, but you can see like how the cap doesn't fall off. Let's see if this one's better. Like, it slides, but it doesn't like... There's like some suction because the fit is so nice. So it just threads on there so good. All right, so let's change the collet to fit the mandrel, which is 5/8.
That stinks, Jim. He says it's probably yellow pine and there's a blight in a lot of the trees in the area.
Oh.
So not good
Bummer.
for turning, but then also like super bummer when there's a blight or bark beetles or whatever.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and snug this good. Well, this one should be fine.
That's awesome, Mark. Mark says that he found out right after the show the other day that his new neighbor is a St. Jude family.
Oh, no way.
And that they are like super excited about what we're doing.
Oh, that's cool. Small world, man.
That's so cool.
Small world. All right. Well, hopefully this is good then that we're doing this to finish up, because if somebody is doing a pen or doing an ornament, maybe this will motivate you. We got to just do it, otherwise we get running into other projects and a million things to do here. So this one will be done today.
Yeah, I think it was good to do it this way.
Better than like putting it off to next week.
I don't know if y'all know in the chat, but editing videos takes a long time.
So I'm really going to just turn this flat first. I'm not necessarily shaping. I just want to have it even so I can do the finial, since we are doing a clip on this one. And those sand marks were because I sanded off the glue. If anyone was wondering, I mentioned it yesterday on the body. If you're watching this but you didn't watch yesterday, you should watch the body one as well. That was yesterday's live. And this will kind of make more sense today. So, let's see what we got. We should have plenty of room on this end, and I'll show you what I mean. Oh, you know, the one thing I didn't do was shorten that down. So it's going to be a little longer. But, you know what? That's cool. We'll call it good. That should give us plenty of room. Let's see, how far was that? 50 something millimeters? Like 55? Oh yeah, we got plenty of room for the finial.
Tap that cap.
Tap the cap. Little cap tap. Cap
Give
tap.
it a little tappy. A little
Captastic.
Tap, tappy. Chris said editing. I thought Chad got it all perfect on the first take.
Well, there's still a lot of things to edit, like distractions and walking away to do something else for 10 minutes and coming back. And that's why if I do it live, I just have to keep going and get it done versus starting and stopping. And okay, so what we're going to do is this little part here, I've got quite a bit of material. It's about 15 millimeters on the end that I can use for my top clip assembly, whatever the word would be. Oh, I do need I put away the tenon cutter, but I do need the tenon cutter. And I do need the M10 tap and the M10 die. So I will grab them. Luckily, they are handy. So I'm going to actually cut the M10 tenon first on the end, and I'll show you why I think this makes sense. And if it doesn't, we're still going to do it. I'm going to cut the tenon on this far end here, and then that means when I cut this off and flip it and thread it in, the piece that's closer to this will be closer still, because if I cut it and then put the tenon there in the middle, it would be this piece further apart. So the piece that'll end up on top is the same piece that's right there. It'll just be flipped around. So hopefully that makes sense. All right, let's set this up. A little clean. And we need an M10. There's our 10. And it's a 13 right now, so it's much too big. So I'm gonna pop this off. All right. And sometimes it is nice to do this on the lathe because then you don't have to hold it all up while you're trying to set it. As long as I don't put my head in the camera. Snug one down. Looks good. Snug two down. This is the Heinz tenon cutter. We use this for a lot of stuff. Not only custom pens, but like other things we make. So that should be an M10. Now I want to leave, on the top, I want to try to leave at least this much so it looks like it matches well. So that is about 7 mil, 6.79 mil. 6.79. So when I part this off, I want at least, I may actually part it right there. Part it right at the joint, and then the top will be just all of this. I might leave a tiny bit. So I want to go to about there for my tenon. And that still leaves me plenty of room inside for my 55 mil. Oh yeah. May even have to shorten it a little bit. It's going to be long. It's going to be a long cap, and I'm not a long cap fan, but...
We want it to be in proportion to that, very shapely.
Yeah, it'll shape down, so we'll taper it down a little bit as well. All right, let's do it.
The pen itself is not super long.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Well, it's not bad. Yeah, we're probably going to have to take it down a little bit. So we got two choices here. I can either trim this down and drill a little deeper. You know what, I think we should do that.
Yeah, you kind of have to because of the end.
So I meant to cut this down before I drilled and tapped. And I didn't, just because I was cruising along here. So what we've got to do is cut this down. And I'll see, maybe I have enough threads in there. Maybe. But we definitely are going to have to drill it deeper. So I'm going to put it in a collet. May have to grab a different collet now that I turned it down. But it'll be worth it for the look. Otherwise it'll look too long. And I'm a big one on, like, if it looks out of proportion, it always will look weird, especially to you. You know, everyone else will either love it or hate it, and they won't ever see it again unless they love it. But as the maker, you'll always be like, oh, I meant to cut that down and I didn't. So we're going to do it now. All right, let's see if this looks round. Looks all right. Doesn't look perfect. So I really only want this like 5 or 6 mil. So I need to take off about a third. I need to take off about that much. I think it'll look much better. So since that is got a drill in there, it's pretty easy to cut away. Just coming in on it sideways here. This will look so much better. Okay. Now I can put my little chamfer in there like I did with the other tool. You know, I may have gone deep enough with my threads the first time that I still have enough thread for a body. My hole's not deep enough now because I took off several mil, but I can at least test my threads, and they're still real good. A little tight at the top, so I might have, I'm running out of thread for this one. But let's see on this one, because the body I made last night was a little shorter thread. So I took out the nib because I don't want to smash the nib at the back of the cap. Oh, it's like just right there. So I'm going to hand thread that just a tiny bit more. Well, I can do it on the lathe here. Although if I do it on the lathe, I might risk. What I'm going to do is take this out of the tap holder. And I'm really going to carefully line this up and try to find those threads. It shouldn't be that hard because there's 3 leads. However, I did just cut a jagged end, and I'm holding this, so if I'm not perfectly straight, I could really mess up my threads. Oh, there we go, I think. Not loving it.
You're doing a great job.
Oh, yeah?
Woo woo.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay, I think I got them. So I'm just going to try to cut a little deeper. I think we got an extra thread or two. And we'll see here if this will thread on all the way. Oh yeah. So now we're lining up. Looks good. We just needed like a half a thread more down in there. So luckily I went a little further than I would normally, and it worked out. Now, one thing is, I probably don't have this many threads in my cap now. So we have made these spacers that thread onto our mandrels, and that will shorten your threads and give you a shoulder still to go on. Now this one is probably not deep enough. 53 mil is probably not enough to clear the section and the nib, but I'll measure to be sure. Oh my gosh, it is like almost to the tip. It's too close for comfort for me, so I'm going to drill just a tiny bit deeper. So I'm going to pop this off for a sec. And this, you'd want to do this like in the correct order, so we're kind of doing a on-the-fly repair here from my forgetfulness of shortening that piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in without the lathe running to make sure that I'm centered. Okay, looks good. And then I'm going to advance this to the bottom so I know where I'm at. Okay, right there. And now we can go. So we just need a tiny bit of bottom there to clear. Okay, it's looking good. I mean, the cap's looking good. It just was wrong sizing. So now I should have enough to clear my nib and cap, nib and section. Looks like we are right about there. Just use this little guy to measure. Yep, we got a little extra, so we're good. Okay, so back to it. We're going to jump back to the clip portion. All right. We're going to hold the mandrel again. Stuff like that is good to see because sometimes you got to make quick changes. And even though, I mean, that was probably like 4 millimeters that I took off, it'll help the look of the pen overall a lot. So it's worth doing.
I think so. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I mean, why go to all this trouble and then have it look not like you wanted? Seems silly. And now we're back to where we were. All right. So we're going to put this on. We're going to cut our tenon. Again, I'm cutting an M10. Now, one thing you have to remember too when you're doing this is I'm going to cut this, tap it, and then, or thread it, and then I'm going to drill and tap, and this is going to go into the cap. So I have to double check my measurement when this is inside to make sure that this isn't going to encroach on the nib and bend a nib, because boy, that's not fun to bend a nib. No, bend the nib. All right, so we got our M10. Bring this up a little bit. All right, we're gonna just put a little tiny bevel on the corner. You can do that with sandpaper, your tool, whatever. You know, you could drill that out a little bit if you were afraid your nib was gonna hit it, which you could do once it's assembled or now, but we're gonna roll with it and see where we end up. All right, so we'll thread this on. Oh, that's cutting real nice. Back it up. Back it up, clear these out of here. Got some good shavings in there.
Mark says bent nibs are useless.
Bent nibs suck.
I'm like, one bent nib is not useless because then it's your shop nib.
That is what I have, is a shop nib that I bent on something.
And then you use it.
Yep. But any more than one is no good. Too
Yeah.
many.
Too many.
All right. Now, if I'm afraid that my hole will be snug here, I can cut behind this thread a little bit just to make it flat so it goes right up to my clip when I'm in there. I don't have to take off much. I just don't want that slope from where the threads ended. Okay, so this is going to go into this. We're going to flip it around, but we're going to cut this off now. And keep in mind, we can always make this shorter when we're done. So we don't want to make it all the way short right now. Let me sharpen my...
Hey, we have a question.
Yeah, sure.
Darren asks, do you plan to stock silver nibs? Just curious.
Silver, like actual silver?
I don't think he means actual silver. I think he just means like the ones we have are gold colored. And like if we have chrome nibs,
Yeah.
he said, it's Darren, he says he likes to switch between gold and silver based on the pen blank.
So I am working on nibs. Like I'm going to use a brass nib today that we made. We have made a variety of nibs, and then I've got some
You're saying
to
nibs,
bend.
but you're holding
I'm sorry,
clips?
nibs, not nibs, clips. Did you say nibs or clips?
I said nibs.
Okay, never mind, clips. I'm thinking of two different things.
Sorry.
So silver nibs. Yes, we are working to get more nibs in more colors and different, like broad and like 1-1s and whatever. So we are working on getting more nibs, Darren, yes.
I'm pretty obsessed with stub nibs right now.
Yeah, some stubbies, a little bit of everything. So I do want to try to cut this as straight as possible, because anything that's not straight that I have to correct is like material that I'm taking away. Oh, you wouldn't grab that for me, would you, Amy? Right there?
Yeah.
That blue dot.
Mark from Tucson's here, and he
Hey, Mark.
is excited to be in the shenanigans. This?
Yeah, that's my finial cap. So there's the piece I cut off. It's going to get threaded into there. But like I said, this has to be perfectly flat, so I got to take my little nub off here from the parting tool.
We have a question about stub nibs. Please
Yeah.
explain.
Amy, you go ahead.
So basically there's like extra fine, fine, medium, broad, and then there's like stub nibs in different sizes, and they're like flat, so flat.
Yeah,
That's
they're
a
like
good description.
they're like blunt.
They're very blunt, so you can get a very wide line. And basically, stub nibs, if you have bad handwriting, stub nibs make anybody's handwriting look good. Because it's like, on one stroke, it's very thick. On another stroke, it might be thinner. So it makes your handwriting look fancy no matter what. And I like to use a lot of like shimmer and sheening inks. And like broad and stub nibs are good for those because they show off the qualities of the ink better.
Nice. Very nice.
Darren says, thanks for the nib info. He would prefer to order from his regular dealer.
Yes. We gotta
would
keep you
prefer that
hooked.
too.
Keep you hooked. That's funny. All right, 2364 for our M10 by 1 threads. So the reason I use the M10 by 1 is because I already used that for my section, and most of you do too. So I can use the same tenon cutter, I can use the same tap and die. It just doesn't make sense to me to switch to a different thing when we already have that going on. Right?
Right. I don't know what you said. Sorry, I was looking at the chat.
Nope, you're fine. Now this I can drill all the way through because it's probably not very, well, maybe it is farther than I think. Oh, I'm hitting the mandrel. I'm like, what am I hitting in there? Duh, I'm on a mandrel. Oh, I should see what I did to the mandrel by pushing into it. So remember, you're on a mandrel if you're doing this step on the mandrel. Oh, the mandrel already had a 60-degree cone, so I just enlarged it. I don't know if we can see that or not.
Also, Darren says, spoilers on the clips. Those look cool. And he loves that they aren't bent.
Yeah, so we're probably not going to sell them bent. Well, we might sell both, but if we don't bend them, you can customize them first and then bend them yourself to the size exactly that you want.
Which is pretty cool.
If we bend them, then you're at the mercy of our preference of bending, right? So
Yeah.
it kind of, oh, you know what's, I wonder if I'll have enough room to get my tap in here. Let me look. See, I'm kind of doing this backwards. Normally I would do this in the, oh yeah, I got plenty of room. Normally I would do this in the collet without a mandrel, but since we did it this way, okay, we're okay. So we're gonna thread this in. I don't know if you can see that there's about, let's see what it looks like, just for the sake of information. Looks like I got about 6-7 mils of my blank that went into the snowflake. So I don't know if you can see, but the blue is only this last couple of millimeters here. But I remember, if you remember from yesterday, I drilled in and put a tenon in there. So I've got this blue actually about this far into the cap Now I did drill away some of that from the cap drill, but my tenon is going to be just about perfect. But I will double check it before I put a nib in there. All right. So I'm hoping that's making sense to everybody.
Mark is saying, I seriously doubt that even a stub nib can make my handwriting look legible, let alone good. But it's real. I don't know what it is about stub nibs, but...
Yeah, you think so?
They make your handwriting look so much better than it is.
Okay, so I don't know that I had enough
real.
room there. I'm going to
Magic.
back this up. So I'm going to hold my cap back on the threads a little bit. And I'm going to just go a little further. That should be more than enough.
Nice. Later, Jim. Have a good day.
Jim going to get wood?
Nope. He's got a new dishwasher that has arrived.
Oh,
So
sweet.
I'm sure they're going to install the dishwasher. Happy new dishwasher day.
New dishwasher day. New lathe day. All right, so there is the top. Now let's see. So I'm going to have to either put a chamfer on this or cut my threads a little more, because I did not cut down my back end at all enough now that I'm looking at it out of there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but at the end, the die hit the face here, and it just stopped, so I didn't get the threads all the way, but I should have cut that a little deeper with my tool. But the beauty is, I can do it now. I mean, the alternative is to cut a chamfer here, but I don't want to take away from any of the threads I've got there. So I want to have it thread right up to it. Whoops.
Big Dog Woodworking says, your videos really help me learn more and do more with the pens. So thank you so much.
Oh, nice.
Shout out. And then Roman said, it made me laugh, will the stub nib make my words sound better?
No, your grammar and your words are not better, trust me.
I know, that's why I was like, it's flat. The tines are flat. I couldn't find my words.
Words are still tough.
Also, ooh, Bride for TBC Bushings is in the house.
What's up, Brian? Bonus live stream. Why not a bonus? We're going to finish up the pen from yesterday is what we're doing. And we're getting there.
If you write your words, if you write your prose, Roman, I feel like it would make them sound better. That is the magic of a stub nib.
Okay, let's see if this is enough. I can turn this off. I don't have to take it out of the collet to try it. I just need that little relief at the end to go into my cap here. It's still a little tight. So I'm gonna, actually I wonder if, no, I was pretty much up there. I'm questioning if I got my die all the way to the shoulder.
Sorry,
I'm sure I did. What'd you say?
Mark said, look, it's time for my noon nap and Amy yawning is not helping me.
Oh yeah.
I haven't had any coffee this morning yet.
Well, that's
And
oh,
it's 10:20.
that's wobbling because my piece is not straight in the collet.
See, Darren knows. He says stub nibs make his misspelled words look more fancy.
Well, they might look fancier, but they're still misspelled.
But they look fancy, so
So that's all you need.
that's all you need, really.
Now this isn't as risky as like a, like a section when you cut those M10 threads and you cut that relief behind. It's a little risky because you got a hole through it. This is a stud, so it's not as bad as that. That should be good enough. Well, let's see here. I think we're gonna put a little chamfer on this, and then we're gonna be good to go. Do I have a chamfer tool? I do. I just don't know where it is.
Now you guys can't see me
Oh, here it is.
trying not to yawn.
So I use these, we sell these, and we only sell them because I started using them and they're awesome. They're just little chamfer bevel tools. But man, do they work well. All right. Let's get this thing off of here. Let's see where we're at. So, we're essentially just making this to hold our clip on, but we want to now size this to approximate size. Get it a little closer. I also want to check my depth. I'm not trying to tighten this up fully because, boy, there's not much to grab on here. So if I tighten it up too tight, it'll definitely be hard to get out. But we look clean in there. So I'm actually going to just, hope I can get that out. But let's check it. I'm going to just do a depth check here. So there's my stud. So I'm to the end of my snowflake. So if I line this up, I should have, looks like maybe a couple millimeters, and that looks pretty good. So now we can turn this way down, shape it, and then cut the groove for the clip. All right, back to it then.
Back to it then.
So I'm going back to my 5/8 collet, back to my cap mandrel. If you're going to make kitless pens, check out our mandrels and our cheat sheet and drill guide and all that. It'll definitely help. At least I hope. I hope it helps. I know we use them here, so they're pretty helpful. Okay, now I can turn this down. I don't necessarily need a tailstock, but as I always say, I'll use one whenever I can. So where did I put it?
I don't know.
I feel like I got it out to use and then I set it somewhere else.
What are you looking for?
My little cup tailstock. Live center. I keep saying the wrong words today. Nibs. I'm calling clips nibs and
That was
tailstock.
really funny because you were like the nibs and you were holding the bags. It's fine. It's totally you're having. I'm wearing.
No,
off
it's
on you.
like when you're doing it like this, and I mean, it's honestly, it's not like I'm not nervous. Whether that's good or bad, it's just you get focused on what you're doing, and then you're like, you get stuck on a word where you're like, oh, the nib, even though you're looking at a clip.
Yeah.
And you're like, the nib. And then it's funny if you're editing a video and you go back and you're like, how did I call it a nib for 10 minutes when I know it's a clip?
You know what probably would have helped you with that?
What?
A stub nib.
A stub nib? What do you mean? I don't get it.
I think I'm hilarious. That's all that counts.
What? I don't get the joke though. Stub nib. That is really weird.
Helps you words. You words. Okay, you're looking for the
Live center.
You just had it.
Yeah, I feel like I just used it
Yeah.
a minute ago.
I feel like it was just in there. It
Yeah,
can't
that's
be
weird.
far.
That's real weird.
It can't be far. Let me help you find it.
I'll just use a different one. It's fine. It's fine. Actually, I won't even use it. I don't need it for this. It's snug enough. I think we're good.
Well, you're probably staring straight at it.
You would sure think so.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, we're good, Amy. I'm just going to roll with it. All right,
right
so
here.
there's a little gap there.
Oh, isn't it up there? No.
No. There's a little gap because of, I don't want to over tighten that, so I got to be careful not to like bust it up. So I want to shape this. Now this one is kind of a little wider and tapered, so we're going to kind of do a similar thing on this top. Just going to come in here and get it all round first.
Want me to ask Daniel?
No.
Oh, Michael Wilson in the chat.
What's up? bonus live stream, finishing up the pen from yesterday's live stream. I don't know if that's a bonus or not. Last week there were so many live streams with us and Zach and Jake, and now we're doing it again because we're doing a bonus live stream. But honestly, I feel like everybody wanted to see this completed, so hopefully it's worth it.
No regrets.
Huh?
After Darren said stub mibs make my misspelled words look more fancy, he said no regrets.
No regrets. I think he has that tattoo. Tattoo.
Darren says, I can't get over the color pattern in that blanket. It looks like cold, snowy wind blowing around the snowflakes.
It
Super
does.
well done. I know, right? It looks so good.
This may surprise you, but that's actually what we were going for. And I think we nailed it on this one.
See, Joan understands my hilarity. She says, I get the joke.
So that noise is, we're getting a little vibration. I don't think it's enough to change what I'm doing. It's not ideal, but it'll sand it all out, no problem.
Is it inside your tailstock?
No, I already looked there because I pulled it out of there to use it. I wonder if it like rolled into here.
It might have. It's very bizarre. Is it down there with the lathe buddy on the side?
Down where?
Down on the side by the knockout bar?
Nope. I mean, it's got to be right in front of my face, honestly. See, I'm pretty quiet, and then it starts to vibrate right towards the end. Now, if I put a little back pressure on it, it probably would. Well, didn't help that much.
Bone Crusher 7 Studios in the house.
Nice. Very nice. We'll give this a little shapeliness. Remember, we got to be able to turn this out to put the clip on. We're going to sand that nice.
Bone Crusher 7 makes awesome customs.
Bone Crusher 7.
Darren says, how did Chad know I had that tattoo? I bet he will even guess that I have it across my lower back. Tramp stamp.
It says like spring break. I don't know when Darren graduated, but like spring break 2006 or something, 2010.
Mark says, found the portal to Narnia. I still have a part that I lost a couple weeks ago that hasn't come back. That's real.
Boy, that's loud.
Yeah, it is.
We're just getting some vibration. All right, let's see here. I think this is still too big.
You want this one?
No, this is fine. So I hate putting unclean parts, but does that look too big still?
You gotta shape it down?
I'm gonna shape this a little more here.
I don't think it looks too big.
It'll sand down nice.
I
It
don't know,
might
it's
look
hard.
pretty
My
good.
vision is bad from across the room.
I think proportion-wise, it might be a little longer than I would love, but given that it's gonna have a clip, I think it'll look more balanced once the clip's on it. So what we can do is, oh yay, we can put the clip on and then we'll polish it up. So let's turn it to this camera.
Brian says, ha, I graduated in the late 1900s. So did I, so did Chad.
The late 1900s. Now the beauty of the flat clip also is that I can hold it up a little easier. This is not the one I'm going to use. I'm going to use a brass, but so basically I just need to take a little bit away from the on the outside of that M10, because these clips we made to fit right over the M10 tenon. So basically what I'm going to do, and I'm going to cut this tenon, or this cap, sorry, to fit the width of the clip. So I'm going to mark on the sides of it, and I'm going to use that as a guide to remove the material inside. So I'm going to remove the material between my dots, but not the dots themselves. So I'm actually going to take this off for a sec. Amy, you got a vamp while I go cut this piece. I'm just using a Dremel to cut the space for the, what am I trying to say? The space for the clip, but I'm not using a Dremel per se. I'm using a Fordham, so it's plugged in. But it's basically a fancy Dremel. If you ever are going to get into custom stuff, a nice Fordham is worth its weight in gold, because you got so many options of materials and tips.
What did you tell me I have to do?
You have to fill in for me, because I'm over here. You're the fill-in when I'm cutting stuff or whatever. I'm just using a little cut-off wheel. Works pretty good. I'll show you guys what I'm using when I'm done here. I'll bring it over. I just can't plug it in right there.
What is everybody working on right now? I cut my first captive rings ever yesterday. They were kind of busted. A couple of them broke. But I got 7 that didn't break.
Yeah, but how many rings are on there? That's impressive.
Well, I have one I still need to cut because I ran out of time. There's 9.
That's pretty good. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting this notch, which you could do it without cutting a notch. You could just show the clip off somehow, or have a space there. It's really just preference. And this is my particular preference, so that's what I'm doing.
I should grab a stub nib and show it.
Okay, I think I've got it. I may have to touch it up again. But I'm just using a little, like a little cutoff wheel, carefully to cut down. Once I cut the circle, it'll be easier to see if my fit is correct, but it looks pretty good. So I can put this back on here. And I essentially just need to use a parting tool to cut around that first lip. And that's why I didn't want to have too few threads in there, because if I am cutting down on this piece and I only had 1 or 2 threads, it wouldn't be enough. Now I'm going to block the camera, I think, well, I'll try to do this without blocking the camera.
Roman, are you going to teach a class? Nice, Mark.
Okay, so let's see how that looks.
Myra's in the chat.
Oh, Myra. Shouldn't she be working?
Myra said, Darren, I had a drink for you last night.
Who, Darren? Is that what she said?
Myra said it.
So, if you can see, I'm trying to hold this to where you guys can see, but it's difficult. So I'm just cutting the ring space for the ring of my clip, and then that notch I cut is for the flat part. Oh, we're pretty close right there. Might need to go a tiny hair deeper. Although actually it looks kind of good. I'm gonna go a split, like a micro cut deeper. And this is where it's just trial and error. Now, if you were using the same size clip all the time, you could try to find like an end mill or a drill that would work for you. But honestly, if you're doing this and they're flowing, you could probably whip through these pretty quick if you're using the same stuff every time. Now, we're going to see if this choice is any good. Let's go back overhead. So I may have bent this clip a little too prolonged. It kind of sticks out a little bit, but you know, that's a choice. So we'll see. But what I want to look at here is when this is tightened down, I do have a little bit of space there. So I probably need to sink that a tiny bit more. And actually it might be on my flat part, not my round part, because the round part looks like it's sitting a little lower. So let me go extend my flat a little bit, and then we'll see if that's what it is. Amy, it's back to you.
All right, we have some people doing some things. Roman's on his way to Woodcraft to teach a class.
That's awesome.
Myra is multitasking. Mark is working on cribbage boards.
Oh boy, that was a mess. Sorry, I just slipped and almost really ate it. Boy, how cool is my job that I'm at work too, and you guys are at work. I'm pretty lucky. All right, actually that looks pretty good. I'm just looking at my, I got a little bit of a round in my corner here, so I just got to square that off and it's going to be good. That's the challenge, is like a little tiny bit of rounded corner could keep it from sitting just right. Okay, so I think this is going to look good. I think our depth is just enough maybe. If not, we can cut it a little more. Get this started.
Nice. Big Dog says, on my way to the Amish to get free curly wood.
Oh, I do need to go a tiny bit more. So, oh, free to get what? Free wood? Mm-hmm. Well, that sounds
Curly
like a good
wood.
price.
That makes sense, because I bet they're making all kinds of cool furniture and stuff and have scraps.
Oh, yeah.
Really nice scraps.
I think I'm going to have to turn my circle for the part just a tiny bit more.
Myra says, this is a nice Turner's Warehouse bonus. Are you going to be there for a second?
Yep.
I could show something. I'll show something. I am very happy with the way it turned out. I turned this yesterday. Ooh.
Nice. Looks really good, Amy.
I feel pretty good about the shape of it.
Yeah, you should.
Ornament. Woo.
You should, you should. It looks pretty great. All right, so we're gonna put this back on. I'm gonna turn my interior circle a tiny bit more. I'm gonna actually try to do it just barely touching. The other thing is when I clean this,
Thanks, guys.
a little tiny bit of dust could actually keep this from looking perfect, because the dust packs into the corners and then your corners don't sit flush and flat. Let's see if I flip this.
Thanks, everyone. Everyone is so encouraging.
Nice. Well, you did a really great job.
Myra did get to see the live yesterday. Live.
Bonus live from Myra.
It was so funny when I got a text that's like, come let me in.
Yeah, the front door was locked. We're next door to the store, so the store was open, but the offices were locked because we were back here.
Yeah, you should, Myra. She goes, I wish they were closer. I would do it more often. Bring my laptop to the party.
Yeah, you could work remotely, right? All right, I think we're pretty much where we want to be. One little maybe high spot. This is what makes it a custom pen, because I'm customizing it. Okay. Let's see now. Oh yeah. That looks pretty good, I think. All right, let's do it. We're gonna polish this pup up and then we'll put her together and see how it looks. So again, I'm not gonna over tighten that because it'll be difficult to get off. Just gonna get all the dust off the high spots, and then I'll put my lathe buddy on it. Lathe buddy to keep my lathe from rusting.
Lathe buddy.
All right, so I'm gonna hit it with 400 first because I have a little bit of chatter from my tool. So we're gonna slow her down. And I want to kind of give this a little bevel at the end like the back end has. Got a light spot there. Keep it wet because it'll sand a lot nicer. At least in my opinion. I gotta be honest, like I think our 3D blanks have all looked really, really good. But man, this winter storm is super cool.
It's my favorite one so far.
And I like the snow day, the lighter color. I'm gonna do one in that as well, but doing this one first, I was like, dang, nailed it. All right. So we're just getting rid of tool marks, any chatter marks. If I wanted to try to shape anything, I don't know that 400 would work, but it'd be the most aggressive grid I'm using so far. Oh yeah, look at that. Snow day, or winter storm, I guess. Snow day's the other one. It looks so good. It looks like a winter storm.
One of my very favorite like places in the world is in the snow in the dark at night.
Yeah.
Cause like
no
when
it's snowing, you mean?
When it's snowing, yeah.
Yeah.
Like specifically the tree in my childhood backyard in the snow in the dark. This cool glow kind of is everywhere and it's really quiet and you can just hear the snow crunching under your feet. And you can like smell everyone's wood stoves. I don't know, I love it.
Nice. I don't remember the snowy days from my childhood. That's weird.
That's because you didn't have any.
Oh yeah. That's because it was 120. I think you did better with the snow. Sounds more enjoyable.
Yeah, and it's like cold. It was more enjoyable.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. You got to be on the lake. That's nice too.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. All right, I'm just making sure this looks good. And while I'm looking around, I'm sanding just in case we like something or don't. All right, so that's 400. Let's hit it with some 6 real quick. I think I have some in here. Yeah. Oh, darn it. Too long a piece. If it's too long, you can wrap it up. If it's short, you can't wrap it up. Won't need to do much with this because the 400 kind of did whatever. We just got to get rid of the 400 scratch marks with the 600, and then we can move to the 800. I think what really sets people's stuff apart is finishing. Most people get the concept of turning, although I mean it makes a difference if you're like turning it to the bushing or not, if you're using bushings. On this it matters your shape, but even if your shape is bad, if you have amazing finish, that's what people notice. Now don't get me wrong, you want both, but you want to make sure your finish is really top notch. I guess before I go too far, we should put this on the pen and make sure it's not too big or anything. And make sure it looks good with the clip. Because if we do have to do any more shaping, I don't want to go through all the sanding and then have to start over. So let's do that. Let's put the clip on. Now this is kind of brushed looking. I may polish up a brass clip to a nice high shine because we were kind of going for a match of the, and I'm gonna relief that front a little more. We were kind of going for a match of the nib. So, Amy, can you see?
Oh, that looks nice.
I think it looks okay proportion-wise. Doesn't it? Or does it look too big?
I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't look, it looks long, but it doesn't look crazy weird long, I don't think. I think it looks all right. Now, what's funny is sometimes I'll make a pen like this, and then I'll go back later and say, hey, I actually don't like the cap and the body together. And then I'll just make a new cap and body that fits each one a little better. And then I end up with 2 pens. But it's good to like do this kind of thing once and see where you end up. And if you're happy with the way it looks, and if you're not, you can always do it again. I'm going down just a little more here. Oh. So it felt like maybe it was a little high. And the thing is, somebody's going to get this pen and they're probably going to take it apart. So I want to make sure it goes back together easily in the right way. So I'm kind of fine tuning. I'll clean the thing really thoroughly and I'll lube up the threads so that way it's all meshed together real nice. Now remember, this bend is going to try to lift that up, so I want it bent to the pen but not so hard that it's not letting it all seat. And you can do your clips any way you want. You could use a junior clip, you could make a clip, You can take a clip off an old pen, whatever. Okay, that'll tighten down just fine. I'm gonna wait though till I polish it and then I'll crank it down. Especially once I clean the threads and put a little lube on there, it'll be good. So let's finish polishing it. I think we're okay. Style-wise and look-wise. Right back on the mandrel and to the Zona.
Myra says nice gold clip.
Oh, thanks, Myra.
Brass.
Myra, get with my people, which means Amy. Get with Amy and get your people with my people, and we'll schedule your lesson. Because you're ready.
Chad's people. Also, yeah, Darren also says brass was a great choice for the clip. Myra and I picked that yesterday because Chad was like silver, and we were like, no, the nib is gold. It needs to match the nib.
Well, I was thinking with the blue and white silver, but I think it is cool to like have the brass and then you open it up and the gold nib kind of goes with the brass.
Yeah. If you had had a silver nib, I would have said yes.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I could just make the clip out of solid gold. That would only be like $1,000 worth of gold right now. You know, a quarter ounce of gold is only $1,000. It's so crazy. So crazy.
Yeah, we have votes in the chat for silver. I think silver does go really well with the dark blue.
Silver nib and silver clip would look good. Maybe that's what I'll do on the next one.
Yeah. Yeah, you should, for sure. We're talking about weather. I do very much like Tucson. Tucson's really nice, and I feel like they're a little bit cooler than the Phoenix area. Darren said, oh, if Myra picked it, then I don't like it.
Perfect, Darren. Perfecto.
I don't think the nib is brass. Is the nib brass?
No, the nib is like two-tone gold, silver. Although that's not the nib that's going to stay, but I am going to put a gold nib in it since we're doing a gold clip. It might look funny with a gold clip and a silver, gold nib and a silver clip, but having, you know, gold and gold or silver and silver definitely like looks good together when you tie them together.
Myra, what is March 23rd and 24th? Also, I was telling Mark specifically, he should come to the open house. It's February 7th.
Where's Mark?
Down in Tucson.
Oh, yeah. Not far drive. There'll be a lot of people here, it seems like.
If there's a good time to come up, it will be then.
Yeah, a lot of good demos.
Lots of good
You
demos.
got Curtis coming, Jake, Zach, all the regulars, locals. Myra might even make an appearance.
Emily's coming down.
Emily's
from
coming
Utah.
down. Oh, Dan from Bottle Stoppers is coming.
Dan, yep, from Stainless Bottle Service is coming all the way from Pennsylvania. He probably is like, I gotta get out of this cold.
Yeah, by February he'll want a break.
Yeah. Speaking of the cold and the snow. Oh. Yankees are playing the Cubs in spring training. The wood carving show is also in March this year. Or not this year, 2026.
Oh, is it the same weekend as our thing?
No, it's in March.
Oh, March. We're in February. You're right.
We're in the beginning of February, and theirs is usually it's in February. It's usually like the third weekend, like around the 20th, 23rd ish. But this year it's in March. Yes, Mark, we would love to have you come visit. Broken Branch You should
Oh,
come
sure.
anytime we could do videos. It'd be super fun. Oh, that's awesome. Brian from TBC says, my table was beside Dan at Mate. Really
Oh,
nice
nice.
guy. Yeah, he's great. He's so funny.
Yeah, Dan's super nice. Almost too nice. He's like one of those guys that you're like, he's so nice. He must be a serial killer.
That's not true.
Because he's just too nice.
That's not true. I don't believe that's true because I saw him and Brian Blom go back and forth with each other.
Oh, that was hilarious.
In a fun way, but like they are like, it was
Well,
the funniest
you
thing
won't
ever.
meet a better trash talker than Brian, and then Dan was trying to keep up with it, and it was pretty great.
Oh, Dan was keeping up.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
It was pretty great.
But it's hard to keep up with old Blum and his trash talking. He's real good.
I feel like that's why these events are so much fun because it's like you get to see all your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are going to be coming out for this one as well. Like, not just our demonstrators, but other folks will be coming.
Yeah, I think people by February, they need a break.
Yeah.
They had way too much family for the holidays. You spend way too much money on gifts and events and travel, and now you just need a break.
You can come out, enjoy the nice weather,
Yeah.
go to barbecue with us.
Yeah, we have a top 20 barbecue place in the country that we go to usually. All right. I think we're looking good here.
Hang out. Pet
Oh,
puppies.
look at that
This year, I
sparkle.
think we're going to have like a dog rescue. Come bring some dogs out at the event, which is going to be super cool. Because then you get to come watch cool turning, hang out with cool people, and pet cute dogs.
That sounds like your dream, Amy.
It's
The
kind
dog
of-
part, not the
it's kind
turn.
of- No, it's kind of my dream.
You get to pet dogs? I'm in. All right, here's some ring bling.
The date is February 6th and 7th. But if you were just to come for one day, the big day is going to be February 7th.
Yeah, Saturday.
It's a Saturday.
Friday, because our center here is open and we have other tenants in our strip, we can't really expand to the back like we do on Saturday because we're the only ones here on Saturdays.
So then on Saturday, we'll like take over the whole back parking lot with
Okay,
stuff.
let's do this. Now I'm going to clean this real good and do everything before the final assembly, and I put a new nib in it, but
Brian from TVC says the shows are like one big dysfunctional family reunion.
yeah.
That's totally.
Brian, if you want to make the trip out,
that's funny.
you could bring TBC bushings out and sell them at the event.
Yeah.
Hang out. West Coast. All right, so like I said, I'll tighten that down all the way once it's clean. But just to give you guys the what we're looking.
Oh,
I'm gonna
Darren,
bend that
we
down.
would love to have
I bent
you.
that back too much.
Darren said, I'd try to attend, but I still fear for my life based on Myra's comments about the hollow form a few months back.
Yeah. Darren should come. That'd be fun.
It would be super cool if you came out. I just,
Oh.
for everyone here, since we're just chatting, I looked around and called around to a bunch of different hotels, and it's just like in the nice weather, the hotels are just expensive.
Yeah. There's no like off season here.
So I would say to people, if you are traveling from out of town and you're going to stay, like hook up with some other people who are traveling from out of town, like some other riffraffers or something, and get like an Airbnb, because I think that might be the way to go.
Riff Raffers. All right, here we go.
Riffraffers. But I don't know, Darren, I think Myra said you could stay at her place.
Yeah, Myra will house Darren, and who else does she get tangle with here?
Oh, that's funny.
We'll send some other people up there. All right, guys, what do you think? There she is. A clipped custom fountain pen made of snowflakes. I believe it is the first on YouTube, a pen made of snowflakes. I don't know. I think it looks all right. I got a little tweaking to do. I just kind of tweaked the clip sideways when I was trying to bend it by hand, which you don't want to do. So I will clean it, lube all the threads, make sure there's no dust in it, tighten the finial down, tweak the nib or the clip straight, and then put a new nib on it because this is a bent shop nib just because of that. So I think proportion wise it came out pretty good. It doesn't look bad. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and now you get to see the completed thing. So I'm gonna finish it and do all those little detail things, throw it in the sonic cleaner before Amy takes pictures of it. So it'll be perfect by the time you guys see it again.
Daniel says, better put that pin in the freezer before it melts.
Right, right. All right, anything else? Any other questions, comments, anyone?
Everyone's talking about camping in tents in our backyard.
In the parking lot here.
Yeah, if you have an RV, you can park it in the parking lot over the weekend.
All right, thanks everybody for joining us. It was impromptu, but now I don't have to edit this video.
Hey, Emil.
It's just done, and it'll be in our live stream feed on YouTube. So hopefully, if you're watching this not live, hopefully you enjoyed it. If you have questions, put them in the comments. Thumbs up, all that jazz. Anything else, Amy?
No, it was fun chatting with everybody. I hope everyone has a really good day. Sorry for my yawning. I'm going to go get some caffeine.
All right, thanks everybody.
Bye.
Spin the lathe, the wood takes hold, Chad's at the wheel, a story unfolds, chisel sharp, a steady hand, crafting beauty across the land, from pen kit small to projects grand, Turner's warehouse making it stand, Amy by his side, the warehouse lady, reading comments, keeping it shady, Wednesday night, the show's live, wood chips fly, watch them thrive, risen flows, a vibrant hue, Turner's warehouse, me and you, skills and laughter, a joyful blend, with Chad and Amy till the very end. Kara joins in, the team complete, creative sparks can't be beat, sharing knowledge, tips and tricks, building community brick by brick. Lads are humming, tools are keen, the finest wood, a vibrant scene, from exotic grains to local finds, inspiration strikes of all kinds. Wednesday night, the show is live, wood chips fly, watch them thrive, risen flows, a vibrant hue, Turner's warehouse, me and you, skills and laughter, a joyful blend, with Chad and Amy till the very end. So tune in now, don't delay, join the fun, come what may, learn the craft, feel the delight, Turner's warehouse shining bright. Wednesday night, the show's live, wood chips fly, watch them thrive, raising flow.